May have dodged the icy weather today, but we have another storm coming later this week. Joining us now live is Jana Tidwell from the AAA Mid-Atlantic with some advice on making sure that you're prepared for the winter weather. Good morning, Jana.
Good morning, Jim.
So it seems like the icy and snowy conditions just won't stop. Larissa's tracking more snow for Thursday. What do you want to remind people as they hit the roads in those conditions?
AAA reminds motorists ahead of any winter weather event that's forecast to start out with a full tank of gas. No one ever plans to get stuck out there on the roadways, but you certainly don't want to be in a situation where you're rationing gas to keep the car running, keep yourself warm, and keep things charged.
People, obviously, a lot of them are working from home these days, not driving as much. Sometimes cars can be sitting idle for days, if not weeks. So how do you make sure your vehicle is prepared for the weather?
Jim, the number one thing AAA advises motorists to do is have your car battery checked. Believe it or not, we are seeing car batteries fail at a higher rate than usual because of COVID-19. A car that's been sitting for days and weeks and not being driven the way we typically do over the past year, that doesn't conserve the battery at all. It actually wears the battery down. So have that battery checked, as well as your tires, wipers, fluids. Make sure that your car is winter ready. We've got a lot more winter left to endure.
You know, my battery went dead recently. I almost had to call AAA, but fortunately I had someone here at work who was able to give me a jump and I was able to get it replaced. How much is call volume up for dead batteries?
Honestly, we're seeing dead car battery call volume about between 30 and 35% of our total AAA member calls for roadside assistance.
Well, one good way to plan ahead is packing an emergency kit. So what should that include?
You definitely want to make sure you have what you might think of as the staples: jumper cables, first aid kit, flashlight, those kinds of things. But make sure you have your ice scraper on a morning like today in the Lehigh Valley, some de-icer. You also want to make sure you have plenty of non-perishable snack foods. Again, you don't know how long you're going to be stuck. And in the COVID age, everybody should have in their car at all times disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizer, disposable masks, and gloves.
Any other advice you have for as we continue this long, what I'm calling a long winter?
You mentioned it earlier that many people are not participating in a commute anymore because of teleworking. So if you absolutely do not have to be out there on the roadways, please wait until after any type of winter event has passed so that the road crews can do their jobs. But if you have to be out there, give yourself plenty of extra time, slow it down, and increase your following distance.
Good advice. Thank you as always, Jana. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.